So recently on one of my videos, someone left this comment. And when I read this comment, I was like, that is absolutely ridiculous. Let's do it.
Doing dumb challenges on my channel, trying to make them look cool. Yeah.
I placed every single plant in The Sims 4 on one lot. That includes trees, bushes, flowers, all of the little like decor plants and stuff. Every single plant in the entire game is here on this lot. This challenge is gonna be absolutely ridiculous because some of these trees like don't match at all. We've got dead trees, palm trees, jungle trees, weird colorful bushes. Like this is not gonna be an easy challenge. I thought the best way to start to like approach this is put all of the trees in the back. We're gonna make it seem like this house is surrounded by a forest, but for all of the trees that I feel like aren't gonna fit the vibe, I'm gonna try and surround those in the middle. So all of the trees that are gonna match my aesthetic are gonna go like around, and then in the middle is gonna be the weird ones that like don't really match. So I'm gonna move all of this forward first, and I'm gonna start to place the trees around in a way that I think is gonna look all right. Luckily in this landscape, the palm trees will look okay. The palm trees could actually go near the front. Maybe we arrange the taller trees in the back, flashback to freaking elementary school photos. I definitely think there was an easier way to do this. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, what have I done here? This is gonna be a trust the process build for sure. I think I'm gonna size some of them up. Like this one from Outdoor Retreat, I've sized up in the back there. Like these colorful ones just stand out. I'm trying to change any of them that I can to green. So yeah, all of the smaller little baby trees are gonna go near the front, and also like some of the ones that I think match the aesthetic. It's just like these pink ones, like what am I supposed to do with those? Okay, you know what? Those are just gonna go over to the corner for now. And these ones, like these are gonna go hide deep in there. Maybe there's this little like alien area in the back. I'm actually just moving all of these plants here into like small sections so that I can put them into a room and then just put it on my library and bring it out when we need it. This is gonna keep it organized. I honestly should have done this first, but I'm literally just gonna go like this, save my room to my gallery here, just like to my library, and then I'm gonna delete it just so it's out of the way, but I still know that those plants are all safe in there and I can start to build my shell. I think I'm gonna do it with like a few more of these. Just like the indoor plants for now, like all of these can just kind of go in one room. My organization skill needs work, okay? All right, so 2 plant rooms on the gallery. I hope nothing like gets messed up here. Little pet plants, get in there. Okay, all my plants are moved over here, safe and sound. I'm gonna start to do my shell, and I also want to include like the water plants. I'm picturing like a resort in Thailand kind of vibe, covered in plants, that kind of thing. So for right now, these are my shells. I'm gonna do 4 separate little resort like homes, and then I want to go in with like a platform and make some bridges and add my water. It is cool now with like the pond tool that you can add like water underneath your homes. We were never able to do that before, so this is actually super cool for this kind of like style of build. So for now, we've got my water. Now we're gonna make some bridges. After adding the platforms and everything, this is what we've got so far. I feel like I should do the exterior of these houses first. So I'm gonna roof it, add on some wallpaper, and then we'll start to add the plants.
3 hours later.
Okay, so I finally got all of my shells done. I've even added windows, doors, wallpaper, lighting, everything that I'm gonna need for my shells. So we've got these 2, which I think that are bigger in the front. And then along the back, we've got those like similar looking shells in the back too. So now we can go in with the plants, which I think I've actually made it more difficult on myself doing it with the pond like this, but I'm thinking about like sectioning off separate garden areas. I like don't even know where to start. Okay, let's do some little hedges leading up with the stairs. Apparently there's like 4 different ones of the same hedge essentially, so I'm gonna use these. We could do this around the entrance, I think. Yeah, maybe right here I'll make like a little garden. Just like all of my weird challenges like this, my goal is to make it look like it's meant to be this way, not like I'm actually doing a challenge, you know what I mean? Right now I'm just grabbing ones that I think look good together, so I'm using like a yellow and orange theme for this area. We can use that and like extend the garden in that way, and I think I'm gonna section it off with rock. I'm like, oh, this is easy so far, forgetting that there's still like a million plants in other rooms that I need to use. Okay, so here we are right now for the front part of my landscaping. We've got the front garden surrounded by rocks. I kind of like tried to close it in to make it look a little bit more organized. We've also got like all of these vines and stuff, so I'm gonna start to put these up. Imagine the bugs here, and any of these like dead plants, like these ones from the vampire stuff pack, I'm gonna try and put in the forest, so like around some of the trees maybe. They just don't look nice. I don't really have a plan for like the shaped bushes here, like the elephant elephant and like the llamas. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those yet. I think these like purple wildflowers too would look kind of cool in there. I guess all the woohoo bushes can go like just hidden in the forest as well. I mean, at least they're functional. And for all of these like patches of grass, I think I'm actually gonna size them up. Wait, look how that one flopped. What the heck? These literally look so funny. Why did they look like that? It looks like a flattened cake. Anything that I haven't used, I've brought over to this little corner here, and that's just gonna stay there until we figure out what to do with it. But for the rest of it, my gardens are kind of coming along nicely. So I brought back this room. Now we can start to add some of the potted plants and all of these little things like the jungle adventure ones, etc. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete these walls. I totally forgot about all of these. It's gonna be so lush. So we're basically just gonna put these all over anywhere that they look good. And we can start to put any of these like big potted plants outside. So I left these like patios open a little bit. For this reason, all of these big ones are gonna fit way nicer like out here. Literally just all of these like super big plants, I'm gonna get them out of the way. This is honestly like my dream build. Like I don't have to restrict myself at all for my plants. It's such a nice feeling. Some of these can even act as like barriers. Like these ones, I haven't really added any fencing yet for this reason. I kind of want to see if I can like section everything off with like plants or lights or something. What am I gonna do with all these like Winterfest trees? Somebody's celebrating. Maybe this is like a getaway and people have come here for the holidays. I think I'm gonna bring in the final room, just get everything we've got on the table. And honestly, I mean, I still have the entire inside of these. I don't think we're doing too bad. That is still a lot of plants. I think I spoke too soon. I might have to make like a patio out here. Like what if we built one out this way? Like these guys get a shared patio out here in the back, and this is where we can add more plants. I think I am gonna start to add fencing. I like the way that it looked with this cottage living one. I thought it might look like too much, but like there's literally plants all over the place, so like can it even be possible? I think it's starting to look like a cute little village. I love it. And in the back area, I'm just starting to make kind of just like an enclosed area with all of these plants back here. I'm realizing like how big some of these plants are. Like that one is insane. What am I supposed to do with this like Strangerville thing? Would it be weird if I kind of like barriered off the forest with hedges? Like in my mind, I think it might be an okay idea. I'm gonna try. That would eliminate both of these ones. This is a big build. I kind of like underestimated this challenge. Oh, and then all these little ones that I didn't know what to do with can go over in this little area. I was really hoping that I could connect the toddler lights like to these two like poles with the flowers on it, and this looks so cute. Oh, and these romantic garden things look really nice along the bridge. I think I do want to go inside and start to hammer out some of these like interior ones. So for my layouts, all of these, they're gonna generally be about the same for a rental. It kind of makes sense. So I'm gonna go in and do living room and kitchen in the bottom floor with a bathroom on all of the bottom floors, and then the top floor is gonna be a bedroom. These ones, since they're a little bit smaller, have ladders in the back, and then I managed to get some stairs in the front too. So I'm gonna start off with this one over here. Let's go ahead and grab a door. I think for my flooring, I'm gonna go with eco lifestyle. I want it to be different than like the jungle adventure that I was using. I'm assuming the interior of these are gonna be like really green, obviously, with all of the plants. So I'm gonna just go with a white wallpaper, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my basics before we decorate. So I'm gonna do the kitchen, living room, all with kind of like a lush island living sort of vibe. So like we could use the jungle adventure couch. This door could actually hide under the stairs there. And then we have this entire area for my living room. We'll get a nice mounted TV, just like resort style. Nice, cute, cozy rug. It feels weird doing this without the decor. I'm like, I need a plant, but it's coming. Our kitchen can kind of wrap all the way around this way. I sort of ended up with this like orange theme, so I'm going with that. I know that it's gonna look nice with like the wood and the flowers and the plants. So this is gonna be it for the essentials. I've got all of my living room stuff, dining room, kitchen, and I'm gonna go in and do the same thing in the bathroom. So basically just adding the essentials. Then we're gonna go in and decorate. For the upstairs, I've got my jungle adventure bed, some island living furniture, and a Strangerville rug. And then down below, I've just done like a very basic washroom. So now let's add the plants. A little dine out plant here. I gotta remember all the like smaller ones too. There's so little, but there's so many of them. There's actually quite a few little hidden spots that I can add these plants. Like this is looking cute so far. We could also do some of the smaller ones on these little spaces. I have tons of room for clutter. I'm also trying not to like put all of my favorite ones in one house, like in the first one, because then that's gonna make this challenge a lot harder. Stick this little guy right in there. I think all I have to do in this one is add some wall decor for the downstairs, and then we can do the bedroom. So I was actually picturing this jungle adventure thing right on this wall here. I think that looks good, and then just a picture or something right in here, or a plant. Okay, let's go upstairs. I think this is looking cute. We could put one of the shelving units in here, like right in that corner. I think looks kind of nice. Would it be weird if this entire wall was plants? I'm gonna go with no. Ooh, we need the jungle adventure mirror in here. The jungle adventure mirror is probably gonna be in like every single bedroom. Maybe one more big one in the corner with like an ottoman. I think just like a standing lamp over in that corner, and this room is complete for now. If I have to come back here and like add something else, I will. I still have this whole open wall here, but let's move on to the next house. So I think in like each of the bedrooms, I'm gonna use the same furniture but in different swatches. I think it could be kind of cool to see how different they look with like the different swatches like this anyway. And in a resort, like that's what it would be like. So every single one is furnished now. I'm gonna show you kind of what we've done with like the swatches and everything. So for the right side here, I kind of went with like a lighter neutral. They get the Christmas tree because it ended up having like the most space back there. So lighter neutrals in this one, and upstairs we went with like the lighter neutral bed. This one right next door ended up being a little bit more on the colorful side. We can do some of the brighter flowers in here, like yellows and blues. And then finally, this one over here got the other Winterfest tree. Downstairs is more of like the darker neutrals, and I think we're gonna start here with adding the plants. So for this one, I think I'm gonna go with more of like the modern plants. So I've got my hanging plant in here, the Dream Home Decorator wall plant. It's actually insane how much of a difference it makes just adding the plants as decor. Like really, there's nothing else in here other than the plants and like a rug, but really it makes such a difference. So I think for the downstairs of this one, this is what I'm gonna leave it as. And then upstairs, where we've got our Christmas tree, maybe we can add some like fairy lights up here, make it look nice and cozy, magical, winterfesty. They're just celebrating on vacation. Ooh, we could do a nice big circle rug in here. And then for the plants for in here, I'm again trying not to just grab for like my favorite ones. I don't want to end up with like one house with the most ridiculous looking plants, but I feel like that's gonna be inevitable, honestly. I put the jungle adventure mirror in there and this cute chair from bowling night. We gotta make sure not to block my ladder, but I feel like this one is coming along. I'm gonna put up maybe a picture on the wall, another one back over here. Should I add some like presents under here? Like, are we going full on with the Winterfest thing? Like, I feel like I have to. Here you go. Merry Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one for now. We're gonna move on. I'm probably gonna end up coming back to all of these to add things in eventually, but let's move on to the more colorful house. We can use decor pieces like this one from Get Famous. That looks kind of funny on there. I was actually thinking for some of these like bigger windows using this eco lifestyle vine and just bringing them all the way across. I'm gonna change the swatch of this one. And how magical is that gonna be? Imagine taking a bath here. There's so many plants. I have plant curtains. If we wanted total privacy, we could even use like these hedge pieces. Like I could put this in between there and raise it up, and now I've got even more plant curtains. I mean, it really makes sense for it to be the other way around, honestly, but I think it looks quite nice right next to the bathtub there. So you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Thankfully, I didn't open up debug for this challenge, so we've only got the one nifty knitting plant, but can you imagine adding all of the hanging plants? No, thank you. Absolutely not. Aw, to no one's surprise, this colorful one might be my favorite so far. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you guys like the most by the end of this. For pictures in this one, we could add tiny living, maybe these eco lifestyle things in the bathroom. So weird bathroom. I can't believe I haven't used this dine out plant yet. This is one of my favorites. By the way, I know that my foundation is like clipping down here the entire time, but honestly, it's gonna keep doing it, so I'm just gonna wait till the end to fix it. I hate this glitch so much. I really don't know why it does this. All right, moving upstairs for this one, we're gonna start to work on the bedroom. We can put this weird ball plant in the corner. I do not like this plant. I feel like it's so weird, like a freaking wrecking ball. I still don't know if like this is too much or if I'm just over it. Like, look at my lot right now. It's so chaotic. I think we need a fluffy rug for in here. I might use like the Snowy Escape one. I keep feeling like I'm getting somewhere too, but there's just so many. Like, this doesn't look like that much, but there's literally so many small plants left. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one and move on. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite one so far. I think it's so cute with all the colors. And we are gonna finally do this neutral one here. I also don't know what to do with like all these fancy ones. It's definitely not a fancy kind of resort. Like it is, but not in that kind of way. You know what I mean? All right, coming in hot, all the remaining plants. I feel like the best place to like put all of my plants is always around the TV unit. Like every TV unit in this build is just plant explosion. Ooh, this centerpiece looks nice. I think out of all these plants that I've added in here, the only one that I probably actually would have added is this one. Does that look weird there? I feel like it can kind of get away with it. It's definitely not the most normal thing. Ooh, actually, I definitely would have put this one in here too. That one looks cute. That cute pink one looks nice there. Aw. I think on the Christmas houses, I was gonna put a wreath, but like these doors look a little weird with them. I mean, this one doesn't look that bad. This one can have the bamboo behind the bathtub. We'll just have to like move it forward slightly and then just like squeeze these in there. So our downstairs is looking okay. You can definitely tell that these are like the leftover plants happening here. The bathroom's okay though. I like the bamboo. So we're gonna go upstairs. I found a place for my bathtub, potentially. I really don't like how it looks like that with the lighting. I mean, I could put it like in the water. I'm already starting to go back and add some of the plants in like other homes here. So I've added this blue and yellow sunflower in this one. And this one seems like the most like fall color focused. So I added the pumpkins in here. This one was left over, so I added that in more of the modern apartment. I'm also going back and just adding some little like seating areas that I missed. So in the back area, we've got this picnic table. I'm adding these like seating areas on the patios and stuff. And I'm also lining some of the bridges with these like dine out candles. And I think these are gonna look super nice at nighttime, just lining the way. Oh my gosh, look at it with the hanging lanterns in the back. I totally forgot about those. That looks so pretty. Luckily, there aren't really too many like swamp plants. So I'm just gonna go in and add some of the ones that I haven't added yet. So down to the wire, these are the final ones that I have left here and our freaking animal plants. So I'm gonna bring these out and maybe like do, I don't know, like a little circle seating area with these. Literally so weird. I guess this could like go over there too. I like this one. The problem is it's just really big and the stupid Strangerville one. I think the Strangerville one I'm gonna put like in the pond. Maybe coming out of it from like this area of like a garden here. And then for this one, maybe we can delete some of the windows in our more like neutral apartment, like right there. And finally, all I have to do is make this area look good. I'm actually kind of debating like doing a secret area in the forest. Like what if there's like a little clearing? This might be actually kind of spooky and I can put all of the animal things back here. Like someone come back here and just cut the bushes to be this way. I think that's a little spooky. If I came across these in the middle of the forest, I would absolutely not go near this area. So I think I'm actually just gonna bring some of the trees from this side over to this area to make it look a little bit like symmetrical. By the end of it, this is what our rental property ended up looking like. I think this is super cool. So plant heavy. I still think the colorful one was more my favorite, but these are what they ended up like. I feel like they're obviously quite cluttered, but they don't look too crazy, which ultimately was the goal in this challenge. Worst one is definitely the lighter neutral house. I feel like it looks very obvious that these are the leftover plants, but this is what it ended up looking like in the end. This is it at nighttime, which I think the lighting looks so pretty like this with the lanterns in the background. And yeah, that is it for our using every single plant in The Sims 4 in one lot challenge. I will put this on the gallery under Sydneymacoretta if you guys want to download it, and that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.